Two new developments this morning in Washington related to the January 6th Capitol attack. First, the new House Speaker announcing that he'll release more footage from that attack, that he plans to blur the faces of the rioters. He says to protect them from prosecution.
House Republicans trust the American people to draw their own conclusions. They should not be dictated by some narrative and accept that as fact. As you know, we have to blur some of the faces of persons who participated in the events of that day because we don't want them to be retaliated against and to be charged by the DOJ.
And then there's this. House Republicans announcing a new probe of the January 6th committee and whether there was, quote, cooperation between that panel and Fulton County, Georgia District Attorney Fani Willis. Let's bring in California Congresswoman Zoe Lofgren, who served on the January 6th committee. Congresswoman, thanks for joining us. Let's take these one at a time. First, I want to get your reaction to those comments we heard by Speaker Johnson to protect the identity of January 6th rioters by blurring Capitol footage.
Well, it's incredible. I served for years with Mike on the Judiciary Committee. He doesn't make casual comments. So I think he fully intended to obstruct justice to prevent rioters from being prosecuted. The bizarre thing is that the films of the rioters have already been shared with the Department of Justice. So not only is he trying to prevent rioters from being prosecuted, he's it's a bozo move to think that he could somehow keep this from DOJ.
So wait, you just said that you think he's trying to obstruct justice?
Well, I mean, he made it pretty clear. Blur the faces so that the rioters could not be charged. What else is that?
Your Republican colleagues are investigating Fulton County DA and her investigation into election interference, alleging there was cooperation of some sort with the January 6th committee, which you served on. And so you have Jim Jordan writing a letter on Judiciary Committee letterhead. And I quote him here. It says, Recently, the committee became aware of cooperation between your office and the partisan January 6th Select Committee. Congresswoman, can you describe the nature of any communications that the January 6th committee may have had with the Fulton County DA?
Well, the letter that the DA sent to us is not a secret. I guess it took a while for Jordan to actually look at the material. She asked for transcripts, and we made a decision as a committee not to provide transcripts to anyone else until we were through with our work. And then we would make those transcripts available to everybody, the public, including everybody else. We asked our staff lawyers to get on the phone with the DA in Fulton since she had asked and let them know that. And that's the extent of the cooperation, although I must say there would be nothing wrong had we decided to share those transcripts with the district attorney. We just made a different decision.
Congresswoman, I also want to get your reaction to what we heard from former President Donald Trump last night, saying he would act as a dictator on day one if he is reelected. You spent a lot of time investigating Donald Trump's reaction to his loss in 2020. What do those comments suggest to you about a second Trump term?
I've learned that we ought to take seriously what he says because he intends to follow through. He said last December that he intends to terminate parts of the Constitution. Those are his words, not mine. He's made it clear that he doesn't intend to adhere to the rule of law. And I think my colleague Liz Cheney is entirely correct. This needs to be guarded against. If he is elected, I wouldn't assume we'll have another election for president.
Congresswoman Zoe Lofgren, I appreciate you taking the time with us. Thank you for sharing your perspective.